Hi everyone, this is Mohammed from megaprogrammers.com, and in this video we're going to be creating our very first application. In order to create a new project, we can click that link right here, or go to File, New, Project, or Control-Shift-N if you prefer the keyboard shortcut. In this video I'm going to be using the keyboard shortcut, so I'm going to push Control-Shift-N. Make sure that we have Visual C# selected, and just a single click on console application. You don't want to double click it because it will create the project using the default settings, which means that the name of the project is going to be console application 1, which is inconvenient. You can go ahead and name it to Hello World and click OK. So right here under static void main, between the curly parentheses, you can hit enter and type console dot write hello world. And as you can see, there is this little red line here, which is basically there is an error in our code. And if you hover over it, there is a semicolon expected. So we can just add a semicolon and the error is fixed. In C#, every statement has to end with a semicolon. Basically, you're telling the compiler that this is the end of the statement by putting the semicolon at the end of it, and to move on to the next one. In order to run our project, you can go ahead and click Start. As you can see, there was a command prompt window that flashed real quick. We didn't have a chance to see what's on it. There are two ways to make the window stick around. The first one is going to Debug, Start without debugging, or Control F5 if you like the keyboard shortcut. And as you can see, basically what we told C# to do is to open a command prompt window and type hello world. We can press any key to continue, which means that we're going to close our application by pressing any key, and our application has completed. There is also console.write line, and we can type hello, and you can type your name. I'm going to type mine here, and again the semicolon. We can go to debug, start without debugging, and the difference between the console.write and console.write line is basically that console.write types whatever, and then console.write line types whatever you have in there, and then adds a new line. As you can see, hello world is attached to hello Mohammed, and then there is a new line, and then press any key to continue. So I showed you the first way to let the window stick around. What is the second way without having to go to debug, start without debugging? The second way is just typing console.read key. Open brackets, and don't forget your semicolon. And if you click start or F5, as you can see, the command prompt window is ticking around. In order to get our application to complete, we can just press any key and the application is completed. Console.write or console.write line basically print out data on the command prompt. Console.read key reads the input. So basically, console.read key read whatever key we pressed. There's also console.read line. And the difference between console.read key and console.read line is that our application is going to be completed as soon as we press any key, but in console.read line, our application is going to be completed as soon as we press the enter key. Let me show you how that works by clicking start. We can press any key, and it's typing it into the command prompt window. But if we press enter, it will get our application to complete. Let's look at the code structure. So there are some using directives, and we're going to get back to that in a second. There is a namespace, and it's taking the same name of our project. And then there is our class. And then there is static void main, and it's called a method. And basically, this is our entry point. Whenever we press run, whatever code is between those two parentheses gets executed. Anything else will be ignored. So the directives. What are the directives? The directives are basically shortcuts. So we have the library system, and inside the system there is console, and inside the console there's write line, and there is read line and read key. So basically, if I just delete that, there will be an error that the name console does not exist in the current context. In order to fix that, we can type using system and a semicolon, or the more difficult way is every time we have to use the console, we gotta type system dot before it, and then let's just copy that and paste it here and paste it here. And just for the sake of demonstration, I'm gonna press start, and as you can see, our program ran no problem. So of course, we as programmers like to take it the easier way. So we're just gonna get rid of system dot before all our consoles and just input here using system. So the directive is basically a shortcut. Like if you have a shortcut icon on your desktop, you double click it, you enter the actual folder, and you can access its content through that shortcut. So that's your first application. Congratulations. I know it's not doing a lot of stuff, but we're going to get to the more exciting stuff later. So that's it for this video, and until the next time, happy programming.